Welcome back to the UConn Huskies Dynasty, everybody. On the road for the first time this year are the UConn Huskies, after enjoying a 3-game homestand to start the season 3-0. It's time for UConn to face off against the reigning Big 12 champs, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, coming off of a victory against Ohio, number 7 ranked Tulane, and an FCS school. The big headline of this Texas Tech team is junior linebacker James Costanzo, already one of the best linebackers in the country. They are also starting a new quarterback this season in Sammy Addington, the junior, over top of the sophomore who might be a little bit better in Timmy Mangold. Addington has struggled with arm strength issues, but I guess they like him as an improviser more so than the pocket passer that Timmy Mangold appears to be. Their weapons, though, are pretty solid. They've got 2 pretty good halfbacks and a really pretty good receiver room. I don't think this offense is as good as SMU's, who we dominated a week ago, but it is definitely a solid offense. And obviously, this is a team that always plays well. They've got a big win over Tulane, which is more than we can say about any of our other opponents. And it does look like they have a really quality defense, especially defensive line and edge rushers, and at the linebacker position. This will likely be the toughest challenge that UConn faces all season. It's either this or K-State. UConn gonna look to prove that they are the best team in the Big 12 and that they're one of the best teams in the country. It's number 3 Texas Tech versus number 4 UConn. This game has been touted as game of the week, and I think you can understand why. 2 top 5 ranked teams, 2 national championship hopefuls, 2 Big 12 championship hopefuls. UConn starts the day with the football, and Tobin gets a carry on a jet touch pass. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back. A holding penalty makes it a 1st and 19 now from our own 10. Have to be a little bit careful of the goal line behind Pelshak as he'll look to throw. And finding Dalton Schmizniak for the first time today. That's a pickup of 5. 2nd and 14 from the 15 as Pelshak back to throw again and trying to go over the middle, trying to find Dorian Tobin. Hit as he throws, it's incomplete. This is one of the tougher places to play in the nation right now. 3rd and 14 from the 15 as Pelshak back to pass again. He's taking a deep shot for Dalton Schmizniak. He can't come down with it. It falls incomplete, and it's a quick 3 and out for the UConn Huskies offense. The combination of the penalty pinning us deep and our punter not having the strongest leg means that the Texas Tech offense gets to start from our 44, and it's a handoff to the right side to start the day for Kevin Vios, the halfback 1, and he gets up to the 16. This appears to be another offense that runs with tempo. One thing to keep in mind, Sammy Addington has a weak arm. Maybe we can exploit that today. 1st and 10 from the 16 as Addington looks to throw for the first time, scrambling to his right and throwing it away before taking a hit from Adonis Keogh. Keogh, one of the league's leading pass rushers this season. Scrambling again, hit as he throws, and throwing an interception is Sammy Addington. It's George Kiki trying to get a return. He goes down at the 20. George Kiki hasn't gotten one in a couple weeks, but Addington, under some pressure that time, throws a pick to one of the best turnover defenses in college football. So the offense gets a second chance thanks to that. 1st and 10 from the 19. Tobin gets the carry, and Russ Ehlers can't hold his block, and there's just nowhere for Tobin to go. 2nd and 11, we'll try again. Back to throw is Pelshak. He wants Dalton Schmizniak, makes the grab, and has the first. From the 31, Pelshak to throw again. This time getting it to Tevin Madu, gets a block from Tobin, and he is just short of the first. On 2nd and 1 from the 40, bubble screen set up for Dorian Tobin, and he picks up another first. Nearing midfield, Max Cadet to get a carry this time, makes a cut up the middle to get 7 yards. Makes it a 2nd down and 3 as Pelshak will look to throw and gets it to Tobin again. Goes down after another first. Texas Tech crowd is quieted down a bit already after the interception. From the 42, it's 1st and 10 as Pelshak to throw again. Finds Tobin again, and he's got another first up to the 31. Efficient on this drive for John as Cadet going to get another carry. Trying to run over a defender and falling forward as always is Max Cadet. On 2nd and 3 from the 24, Pelshak back to pass, and he wants Tevin Madu, and he'll make the grab and get eaten up at the 8. That wear and tear dropped like crazy. Suffering with a little bit of an ankle issue now. He does not remain on the field for this next play. First and goal from the 8. Cadet, the man in the backfield. He'll get the carry, but the blocking isn't there, and he loses yardage. So we'll try again, this time from the 10. Pelshak will hand off. Cadet trying to find some running room, makes a cut, stays on his feet, goes down at the 3. Third and goal from the 3. Pelshak will look to throw. Scrambling, throwing towards the end zone, hit as he throws, it falls incomplete. The offense stays on the field for 4th down. From the 3, even if they fail to convert, they'll pin Texas Tech deep. Pelshak to throw, and it's off of one of his own linemen, incomplete. And it's a 1st down and 10 for Texas Tech, but they have to start from their own 3. So a scary spot for the Red Raiders. What will Sammy Addington do? The junior quarterback, he brings him in motion, and out of the shotgun will throw, and we're back there quickly, but Kiki can't make the tackle. Biggs has to come over and clean it up, a pickup of 5. Really needed that tackle from George Kiki. Likely wouldn't have been a safety, but would have pinned them at the 1. Instead, now they're from the 8, a little bit safer. It's a fake handoff. Addington throwing left side, incomplete, forced out by Joshua Dora. So now a 3rd down situation for Texas Tech. Quick throw over the middle. Byler right there to break it up. And the Red Raiders will punt it away. It remains 0-0. So excellent starting field position for UConn. 1st and 10 from the 38 as Cadet gets the carry. Lots of running room for Max Cadet. Makes a man miss. Good carry for Max Cadet. Up to the Texas Tech 20. Minute 30 left to go in the 1st. Cadet will get another carry. Follows some blocks. And goes down after what they're calling a pickup of 9. From the 12, a 2nd down and 1. Pelshak to throw. He wants Dorian Tobin. He has it knocked out of his hands. It should be a touchdown for the junior, but he can't hold on. 3rd and 1, Tobin now the quarterback out of the Wildcat. Cadet will come over in motion. It's a fake to Cadet and then a keeper for Dorian Tobin. He's got the blockers. He's got 6. Touchdown UConn. Dorian Tobin putting it on their heads, cradling them. Finds 6 points here. Tobin, an elite athlete if ever there was one, and UConn will take the early lead over the Red Raiders. 1st and 10, Texas Tech. Addington not having a great performance to start his day. He'll look to throw here. It's complete as A.J. Hepburn never got his head around. They go with tempo. A 1st and 10 at the 26 now. Addington is out of the shotgun with Kevin Vios to his right. Man coming over in motion. And it's a running back screen, but Addington takes a big hit. That is incomplete. I didn't get a good look at it, but I believe that was Johnny McNulty. 2nd and 10 from the 26. Addington flips the side of the field that Vios is on and his wide receiver Rick Trahan. And this is another running back screen and another one that goes nowhere. 3rd down and 10 for the Red Raiders. Big 3rd down here. Addington to throw. He's running out of time. Johnny McNulty's in the backfield. He's going to bring him down. The senior Johnny McNulty. And with that sack, he takes the solo lead on the team for sacks. 1 ahead now of Adonis Keogh. They seem to be having a race to double digits. McNulty forces the 4th, and UConn will take back over. UConn starts this new drive from their own 42. A 1st down and 10 for the Huskies, up 7-0 as we're now in the 2nd quarter. Cadet on the carry. Oh, he had the wide receiver blocks but couldn't get away. 2nd and 8 from the 44. Pelshak to throw, and he wants Dalton Schmizniak. A little overthrown, but Schmizniak makes the leaping grab and gets a 1st. Tobin back in the backfield. 1st and 10 from the 46. Dorian Tobin gets a carry. Open field for Dorian Tobin. Makes a man miss and gets to the 31. 2nd down for Pelshak as he tries to go to the air. And he wants Dalton Schmizniak. He's got him again. Dalton makes another grab up to the 11. Good touch on that pass from John Pelshak. And it's Tobin out of the Wildcat again. Brings Cadet over in motion. Tobin keeps it, needs the blocking, gets to the outside edge. Cadet gets in his way, but Tobin doesn't care. Powering his way into the end zone, doing his best Max Cadet impression. Honestly, if Cadet wasn't there on the left, Tobin just has a free touchdown to the side. Cadet gets in his way, but Tobin powers through anyway. A second touchdown on the day on the ground for Dorian Tobin, and UConn will take a 2-touchdown lead here in the second. This Texas Tech crowd appears to be a little bit stunned as UConn has come in and made a statement so far. Up 2 scores. Addington throws left side. That is complete. 8 minutes left to play in the first half. 2nd down and 1 from the 26 for Sammy Addington. And he will hand it off. And this one going nowhere. A loss of 2 for Kevin Vios. 3rd and 3. I could see them going to the ground again, but our run defense has just been so good. Vios will get it, and he gets the first easily and a lot more. Another team that runs with tempo. We seem to only play teams that run with tempo. 1st and 10 from the 38 for the Red Raiders. Addington out of the pistol, fakes the handoff, looks to throw, has a man open. George Kiki getting burned, and that's Alex Rodriguez on the reception. So a 1st and 10 to the UConn 42. Texas Tech looking nice so far on this drive. Addington will hand it off to Vios. Adonis Keogh is in the backfield. 7 minutes left in the half. As somebody jumped, I think they're going to call Townsend for that, and they do. The senior edge rusher giving the Red Raiders some extra yardage. 2nd and 9 after the penalty. And comes over in motion. That's Rick Trahan. But it's a running back screen set up for Vios, and Joey Terrell can't make the tackle. And one of us has to clean it up. It's Josh Dora that ends up doing so. Joey Terrell just has not been playing like himself so far this year. Hopefully he can turn it around. We did swap the side of the field he's playing on for this game. Biggs playing on the right where Lovelace played last season, and Terrell back in his usual position on the left. We'll see if that makes a difference. Byler has been so good this year. Very quietly, might I add. Has not been flashy, but makes sure tackle after sure tackle. It's a 4th and 6 for Texas Tech. Looks like they're going to attempt a pretty long field goal here. 54 yards from the right hash for the Texas Tech kicker. It is on its way, and that looks like it's good if it's got the leg, and it does by a lot. He could have backed up another 10 yards. Hits the 3, and it is 14-3, still in favor of the Huskies. 6 minutes left to play. Texas Tech does start with the football in the second half, as Cadet going to get the carry from the 25, and Nolan Lindsay gets beat badly on his block. 2nd and 9, as Cadet comes over in motion, and he'll get the jet touch pass, trying to bounce it to the outside. He can't quite get there. 3rd and 5 coming up. From the 30th, 3rd down and 5. Pelshak back to pass. They left Dalton Schmizniak in one-on-one coverage, and he gets it to him. A big pickup for the junior wideout, Dalton Schmizniak. Wow, that look was intense when he was pointing to that 1st down. Look at the intensity on Dalton Schmizniak's face as he celebrates this first. The man is all business. He knows nobody can beat him in man coverage. If you give him a one-on-one route, he's going to make some magic happen. 1st and 10 from the 39. Tobin going to get a carry. Really good blocking up the gut for Dorian Tobin. He's to the 25. This offense not playing around so far today. Cooking this Texas Tech defense. 1st and 10 from the 25. Pelshak to throw over the middle. It's intercepted. And Pelshak, another mistake. Once again, trying to get the ball to Dorian Tobin, just like he did last week. And he may have just opened the door for Texas Tech to get back in this one. It has been all UConn, but a second mistake in a second straight week for John Pelshak. 1st and 10 from the 24 as Addington and the offense takes back over. Can this defense continue to perform well? Johnny McNulty is just an absolute monster. 3rd and 2 coming up for the Red Raiders. As Addington to throw, finding DeMarco Winter, and it's forced out. I think that's Santos punching that one out, and Texas Tech will punt it away. Winter could not hold on. Another mistake from John. Another time his defense bails him out. He's a freshman. He's going to make mistakes from time to time. Don't want to see them too regularly, though. 1st and 10 from the 21. He'll get an opportunity to make up for it almost immediately. Throws outside to Tobin. A little bit of room to run. Gets 5. You got to remember, John, as well as he's playing, is only a freshman. He's only going to get better and better and better as his career continues, but he's throwing another interception here. It was a little bit floated in the direction of, I believe, Terry Overhauser, and it's his second interception on the day for John. First and 10, Texas Tech at the UConn 30. The defense back on the field yet again. They've only allowed 3 points so far today, but John Pelshak having his worst performance of the season. Under pressure, throwing over the middle and finding a man who holds on. It's Alex Rodriguez in the red zone after the 2-minute timeout. And as a reminder, Texas Tech will get the football to start the second half. So that could be an extreme momentum shift in terms of those interceptions. That one is completed, actually. A catch for Rick Trahan. So on 2nd and 1, to the air we go. Addington under pressure, throwing on the run and finding a man again. What a throw that time. And a flag down on 1st and goal. It's McNulty that jumps. It's looking like it's probably going to just have to be half the distance to the goal. They were at the 1. The ball basically did not move. 1st and goal from the 1. Addington out of the shotgun. He'll hand it off, and we stuff him at the goal line. That's Nate Putu on the tackle, and the Red Raiders call a timeout. 2nd and goal from the 1, 47 seconds. Throwing over the middle, that is complete. Touchdown, Texas Tech. And they do punish the interceptions from John Pelshak, and they will cut into this lead. Forrest Cash, the tight end, with the reception in the end zone. It's going to be 14-10 after the PAT. 45 seconds left in the half, and it's an empty set for John Pelshak. He's thrown a couple interceptions now today. Hit as he throws, looking for Overhauser, and it's kind of fallen apart for the freshman. 2nd and 10 is Pelshak officially cold. He's got Tevin Madu, though. Actually, sorry, that's Dorian Tobin. Wide open, but a flag is down. Is it going to be a face mask? It looks like that was on Texas Tech, and it is on the defense. That brings us up to the Texas Tech 48, 37 seconds left to play in the half. So we set up the running back screen for Dorian Tobin, cuts it back to the middle to try to follow his blockers. It's not a huge pickup. We'll call our first timeout. We are kind of already in Tyreek Hollis's field goal range. As a reminder, he does have a huge leg. 2nd and 2 from the 40. We're back to throw. And we're taking a man deep down the field. It's Tevin Madu. He can't make the grab in triple coverage. 24 seconds left. 3rd down and 2. Back to throw. Tevin Madu gets the grab. A flag is down. We'll see what the call is. I thought maybe it was a late hit, but no, it's a hold on Manny Smith. His first one of the year, and it comes at a crucial time. It's going to be 3rd and 12 from the 50. The reason that's so critical is because it probably does push us out of field goal range. 3rd down and 12. 18 seconds left. Pelshak back to pass. Deep ball for Tevin Madu. Incomplete. 4th down and 12. And due to the holding penalty, we have to punt instead of attempting the long kick. 14-10 is your score at the half. UConn with the lead, but you can't help but feel like it should be even larger. 2 interceptions from Pelshak in the first half has been the story, and that's really the biggest reason that Texas Tech is even in this game. Let's see if we can clean it up in the second half, get away with a victory. Texas Tech with the football to start the 3rd. Let's see if they can take the lead in the second half. Man in motion, and to throw is Addington. AJ Hepburn was all over it but couldn't make the tackle. Oren Daly does, only allowing the yard. Hepburn read that the whole way, just couldn't complete the play. 2nd and 9 from the 22. Empty set for Addington. Not a lot of time to throw. Gets the drag route over the middle to DeMarco Winter, and he gets the first down yardage. And they go with tempo up to the 31. Addington with an audible. You might notice he is quite small back there in the backfield. Not a big guy. Brings a man in motion yet again. It's a fake handoff, and Addington will throw left side. Byler chasing him down and making the play on Rick Trahan. 2nd down and 6 from the 35. They bring Rick in motion again. It's a fake jet, and then it's handed off to Kevin Vios, making it a 3rd and 3. And the defense get off the field. Handoff again. Kevin Vios. Addison Biggs with a big-time open field tackle. Not allowing the first, and the Red Raiders will punt it away. So the defense manages to nullify the advantage for Texas Tech in the second half Let's see if the UConn offense can take advantage of that. Cadet will get a carry here, breaks a tackle, nearly getting away, only getting 4 for all that effort. So a 3rd down and 6 from the 23. Pelshak to throw. He wants Tobin, but he's going to be short of the marker. 4th down and 1 for UConn, and we really have no choice but to punt from this spot on the field. So both defenses showing up to start the second half. It is still 14-10. Now Texas Tech ball. Addington will throw quickly, and trying to truck a defender that isn't there is Alex Rodriguez. They get 2nd and 9 at the 36. As Addington brings Trahan in motion again. That's their favorite motion man. Screen set up for the halfback, but we're in the backfield too fast. 3rd down. Empty set for Addington, so you know they're going to the air on 3rd down. Time to throw, and over the middle, finding his target. They have one of the tight ends, that's Forrest Cash, taking the handoff in the backfield, and Corin Daly with the TFL. A loss of 3 for Texas Tech. 2nd and 13 for Addington. And he'll hand off to the halfback, and he gets a lot of that back. A pickup of about 7 to make it a 3rd and 6. So on 3rd down, Addington under pressure, down he goes. Byler off of the side, blitzing as the safety. 4th and 18 for Texas Tech, and the defense getting another stop. Not great starting field position for UConn from their own 13. 1st and 10. Pelshak to throw, and just gets this to Dorian Tobin quickly for a short pickup of 7. Tobin now the back from the 21. He'll get the carry. There's nowhere to go. In fact, he loses a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The run game really has not been great this year. So on 3rd and 4, Pelshak will have to go to the air, and he's hit as he throws under pressure. He wanted Madu, but no time. 4th and 4. UConn will punt again. The Red Raiders definitely winning this field position battle at the moment. 1st and 10 from the 46 for Texas Tech. Addington throws quickly. Santos the man in coverage, but allowing a pickup of 8. They've maybe done their homework. They know the RPO seems to be good against us. As Addington sends a man out wide to the right. Check down, and that is caught even through the Kiki hit. 1st down. From the 30, they approach the red zone. 4 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter. Down by 4. Touchdown would take the lead. Addington brings a man over in motion and then takes the snap. Throws quickly, and a really good tackle from Jamie Santos. Forces the 2nd and 13. Addington back to pass. They're setting up another running back screen. Byler there, and him and Kiki will combine for the tackle to make it a 3rd and 10. Pretty critical 3rd down here. Empty set. Actually, they changed the play, and Kevin Vios comes back into the backfield. 3rd and 10 from the 30. Addington to throw. Has time, scrambling to his right, over the middle, swatted down. It's Addison Biggs. He made a huge play last week with the interception. That is a big-time swat down from Biggs. Biggs time, if you will. A Biggs time swat down, as they will settle for another field goal attempt, this one on its way, and that appears to be good. They have talented kickers on this team. Their punter is very good. Their kicker appears to be very good. And Texas Tech chips away at the lead. It's 14-13 as we close in on the 4th quarter. This offense needs to get it together a little bit. Has not been great today. From the 25, it's a 1st and 10. Tobin will get a carry and has room up the middle and has a 1st. From the 36, it's still Tobin in the backfield, and he will get another carry. Not a 1st this time, but gets 8. Wildcat formation for Max Cadet. Switches the play to the opposite side, trying to follow Don Lambo. Finds some open field. Max Cadet not slow despite how big he is, and breaks away for a big pickup up to the 32. 1st and 10 in Texas Tech territory. Blitz on its way, but the pass is off quickly to Tevin Madu. On 2nd and 11 from the 20. Play action, back to passes. Pelshak over the middle. What a catch from Dalton Schmizniak. Rifled in there from John Pelshak. Has some contact as he makes the grab. We needed that badly. That ends the 3rd quarter. That is a huge catch from Dalton Schmizniak. On the stat sheet, that'll basically only look like a 10-yard pickup. But what it allows on a 3rd and inches is Max Cadet to get the football, which is almost automatic for a 1st down in those short yardage situations. First and goal from the 2. It's Wildcat formation. Tobin brings Cadet in motion, pitches it to Cadet, finds the edge and finds the touchdown. Max Cadet, one of the best players on this offense, and he's proving it this season. He has definitely been the better of the 2 running backs. Tobin used mostly as a receiver. Cadet, a better pure runner. Touchdown UConn. They'll extend the lead to 21-13. A horrible kick return means that they start from the 12. 21-13, Texas Tech down by 8. They need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Addison Biggs with a big-time tackle. I mean, I feel like Addison Biggs' nickname has to be Big Time. That's an incredible fit right there. 2nd and 8 from the 14. Addington doesn't like what he sees. He changes up the play. Has Vios in the backfield with him. Brings a man over in motion. Takes the check down to Vios, and Biggs can't make the tackle this time. Hepburn has to. 3rd and 3. Could go to the ground here, though. I'm sort of anticipating they'll go to the air. Sammy Addington out of the shotgun. This is a big-time situation for Texas Tech. Addington throws right side downfield. Broken tackle, but Byler forcing his man out of bounds. That's Rick Trahan. 9:30 left to play in the 4th quarter. Got to get into the end zone and get a 2-point conversion to tie this game up. Defense looking to prevent that. Addington calls an audible yet again. And it'll be a handoff. Vios and D'Angelo Townsend right there. Need this defense to prove it can hang in these types of situations. 2nd and 10, a quick throw. Good screen set up for Trahan. Kiki not fooled by the spin move. 3rd down and 7. Addington to throw. It's a running back screen. The blocking's really good, and he gets the first. As Joshua Dora has to come up and make the tackle. From the 42, a fresh set of downs for Texas Tech. Addington to throw and just takes the quick throw to the right side, and that's going to lose 5 yards thanks to the open field tackle from Addison Biggs. 8 minutes left to play. They're in a diamond formation over there on the left side. Takes a drag route throw over the middle, and Biggs is there once again. Big 3rd down and 7. From the 39, Addington to throw, has time, scrambling to his right, he throws it away. Is that an overthrow from Addington, or did he just want to try again on 4th down? Weird decision there, at least I think. I guess he just lived to fight another down. 4th and 7 from the 39, big time situation here. As he's under some pressure, throwing off his back foot, it's completed, and it's gonna go for a big play inside the 10. A big 1st down. That's Rico Wimper, the tight end 2 with the catch. I guess Addington outsmarted me. He knew that he was going to complete that on 4th down and 7. 1st and goal from the 8. 7 left to play. Addington throwing over the middle. That one is caught by Wimper once more, and it's a 2nd and goal. They do not go with tempo after that catch. Now under 7 minutes. 2nd and goal from the 4. Addington under pressure, throwing off his back foot again. It's caught in between 2 defenders. Touchdown, Texas Tech. The lead is cut down to 2. They will have to succeed on a 2-point conversion to tie this up, but what a catch and what a throw from Sammy Addington. So here comes the 2-point try. It is an empty set for Sammy Addington. From the 3 to throw over the middle. That is complete. Horrible coverage from Joshua Dora. And it is a tie football game here in Texas. So here's what you'd like to see happen from the UConn offense. A long, sustained drive. Do not let Texas Tech see the football again and just walk it off. As Pelshak throws underneath. That's Max Cadet running a drag route. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down. Bring Cadet over in motion, and he gets the jet touch pass falling forward, and thank goodness he did. Makes it a 3rd and 1. It's 3rd and less than 1 from the 27. 5.5 left to play. Cadet, the quarterback out of the Wildcat, takes the snap, looks to run. Blocking is there. Open field for Max Cadet. Trucks over a defender. Have a day, Max Cadet, over 100 yards. That is a huge 1st down pickup for Max Cadet. We get to chew more clock. Make our way further down the field. 1st and 10 from the 45. Tobin going to get the carry this time and has less power than Cadet, only gets 3. 4 minutes left to play. 2nd and 7. Cadet back in as the halfback. Pelshak going to hand off to Max. And he will bring it close to the yard point to gain. 3rd and 2. Big time 3rd down for UConn. 3rd and 2 from the 46. Pelshak to throw. Goes for the tight end. It's incomplete. 4th and 2. What do you do here as the UConn Huskies? And man, I was so worried about the blitz. I did not see that Tevin Madu was wide open for a touchdown. I just tried to get the ball as quickly as possible, but he is gone. The offense stays on the field. 3:28 left to play. 4th and 2 from the 46. It's a direct snap to Max Cadet, and he gets the first, stays on his feet and up to the 37. Max Cadet, what a hero. 3 minutes left to play. Texas Tech still with all their timeouts. At what point will they start using them? As we're nearly in field goal range if we aren't already. Wildcat once again for Cadet. Just over 2 minutes left to play. This play will bring us to that 2-minute timeout. On 2nd and 7, Cadet gets the carry, breaks through. How did he pick that up? Max Cadet is just on a different level right now. 3rd and 1 from the 28. It's Tobin in the backfield. 2 minutes left to play. Tobin gets the carry. There's nowhere to go. The blocking isn't there. And Texas Tech calls a timeout. We could kick a field goal and take the lead, but the offense stays on the field. Need a 1st down. Pelshak back to throw. Wants the drag to Tevin Madu. He makes the grab and he has the first. A crazy decision from the UConn head coach, but it pays off. Could have taken the points, taken the lead, and trusted the defense. But we tried to trust them last drive and it didn't pay off. Texas Tech tied this football game up. 1.5 minutes left to play. We're ticking the time away, and Max Cadet gets a carry, but Texas Tech burns that 2nd timeout. 2nd and 12, 1:24. Cadet gets another carry, and it's a good one. Falling forward again. That is Texas Tech's last timeout. Tobin is the back out of the pistol. A 1st down would mostly ice the game, but we're mostly trying to line this up for Tyreek Hollis. 3rd down and 4. Tobin on the carry. Can he get the first? I think he did. 4th and inches from the 9. We're lined up to go for this. A 1st down puts the game away. If we fail, Texas Tech has no timeouts and has to drive the length of the field. Pelshak will sneak it, and he gets the first at the 9. It is now 1st and goal, and the clock will continue to run. Hollis now on for a game-winning field goal attempt. We're, of course, going to let this tick down as far as we can and then call a timeout. So with 5 seconds left on the clock, Tyreek Hollis, the true freshman kicker, is on for a chip shot. If he makes it, we win. If he misses, we head to overtime. Hollis's kick on the way and right down the middle. There is probably a second or two left on the clock, but UConn with a 24-21 lead with only a couple seconds left. And it's going to come down to this kickoff. We are going to squib it. We will not allow this offense to see the field again. So here it goes with 2 seconds left. A squib kick from Roger DeLuca is on its way. It is received, and then down goes 88. Game over. UConn beating the Big 12 champions 24-21. Those are 2 very evenly matched teams, and that is a Texas Tech team I wouldn't be surprised if we saw again in the Big 12 title game. What a day it was for the UConn Huskies. That was a tough fought battle, but it is great to see that we can beat these types of teams. That is a very good Texas Tech team. I don't care what the overall tells you. They obviously play way better than that 85 overall you see on paper. And hey, you know what? I had a couple ballsy calls there late going for it on those 4th downs. The way I saw it is that if we kick the field goal, we give them a ton of time and they're just going to go for the end zone. They're going to try to score the touchdown no matter what. Whereas we still had all of our timeouts. If we turn the ball over, they have to drive the length of the field with like 1 timeout and with the last one with no timeouts. I felt like it made sense to go for those and to really seal the victory. And I felt really good about our chances of converting 4th and short pretty much every time. Also, about Pelshak's 2 interceptions, those are both obviously completely user error, but I'm going to stop pointing out that they're user error during the game because I think it kind of breaks the immersion. I'm trying to kind of tell a story here, right? So when we're actually playing the game, you know, that's John Pelshak throwing the pick. It's not me throwing the pick, if that makes sense. But then I'll own it, obviously, at the end like I am right now. Those were just 2 dumb interceptions. We'll break down the stats. Our total offense, with yardage at least, was so much better. Texas Tech really only in this game because of the 2 interceptions from John Pelshak, and honestly some really good defensive play. And as for player stats, this was easily Pelshak's worst game. He could not get a passing touchdown. 21 to 35, no touchdowns, 2 picks, 60% completion percentage, I believe is a career low for him as well. But even his worst games, like we saw today, is better than the bad games we had from Welliver, for example. He can still hold it down pretty well, even during his bad games. As for rushing, man, Max Cadet is just a beast. We had a pretty good time running the football today with Cadet especially. He is just so good at making sure he gains yardage always. He falls forward every time. He fights for yardage. He stays on his feet. And I know a lot of that has to do with his physical abilities, with balanced, with downhill. And you know what? He's pretty fast, to his credit as well. In the receiving game, Dorian Tobin 8 for 60, Schmizniak 6 for 91, Cadet 4 for 15, and a touchdown. It says it's a receiving touchdown. I believe this is technically a rushing touchdown, actually. Defensively, Addison Biggs felt like he was everywhere today. We switched his spot and Joey Terrell's spot because I was thinking that that would get Terrell more involved, but Joey just didn't do a whole lot. Only 2 total tackles, whereas Biggs felt like he was everywhere today. 3 TFLs for Gerard Byler. He's quietly having an incredible season. He also had a sack. McNulty with the only other sack. We struggled to get to the quarterback today. He threw the ball very quickly. You know what? Sammy Addington was not bad at all. George Kiki, of course, had his interception. It's a really good day for the defense. Again, just holding teams to a certain threshold of points. The offense did not have its best performance today. This is going to happen from time to time, and it's great to see that the defense can just hold down the fort. So now we'll take a look at recruiting for the week. We do have 80 points to work with. I do want to schedule probably 2 more visits. It kind of feels like it would be a waste to schedule a visit on Ben Talbot. He's very close to committing. He doesn't visit with Auburn until week 9. We could schedule it for week 7, but we can also probably hold off for about a week to schedule that, just to see what happens after we advance. A guy I am going to schedule a visit with is Leon Ansa, and he is also going to visit during the K-State game. I'm not about to lose another corner to Syracuse. And I have finally spent those 20 coach points that were kind of just sitting around. I am highly spec'd into recruiter and motivator at the moment. But let's go ahead and advance the week, see how the UConn victory shakes up the top 25. Frederick Blanco, a corner, has committed. That's excellent to see. Corner, probably the biggest position of need going into next season, with Kiki, Santos, and Hepburn all graduating. Carl D'Imperio, the middle linebacker, has committed. Also awesome to see. We, of course, have 2 graduating, Addison Biggs and Joey Terrell. Dorian Tobin wins Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week. If we check on the Heisman watch, Tobin currently no longer being considered, which is a little bit unfortunate. He is being used a lot, but I feel like the fact that he's being used in running back and wide receiver situations means that he's not getting great stats for either one, which might actually be hurting his Heisman case currently. Also, there are literally 3 Alabama guys here. That is insane. They're the #1 team in the country for a reason, I guess. We are the #2 ranked team in the country, jumping Nebraska after the win over Texas Tech. They dropped to 8th. I do think that they probably still deserve to be close to the top 5, so I think 8th is pretty fair. I think that's a really good team. Like I said, despite the fact that it says 85 overall, they clearly play a lot better than that. And I sort of expect that they're the team that we would face in the Big 12 championship, assuming we can make it there. And by the way, you can see we are receiving 25 first place votes. So we have a chance to become the #1 ranked team in the country. And I gotta be honest, I don't entirely know that we would deserve it at this point, but man, we are definitely a top 5 team, that is for sure. Tulane has dropped a second game. They have a loss to Texas Tech and now #6 ranked Georgia Tech. Those are 2 good losses though. especially considering the fact that they played so close against Georgia Tech. This Tulane team, definitely a pretty solid roster. Baylor has made its way back into the top 25 after a win over an FCS opponent, and Arizona, after a big win a week ago, has lost to UNLV 13-10, drops from 13th to 25th. Top team receiving votes right now is UCLA, Stanford, and Kansas State have dropped from the rankings, meaning that Kansas State must have received its first loss on the season too. Now there's only 4 undefeated teams remaining in the Big 12: UConn, Liberty, Houston, and TCU. Up next for UConn is the Kansas Jayhawks. But anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed. That was a very fun game to commentate and record. Shout out to the channel members as always. If you guys want to become a channel member, you can hit the join button down below and join for as low as $1 per month, and it really does help me create these videos. And if you find yourself coming back on the regular and you aren't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that sub button for me. It does help me out a lot. But I will see you guys in the next episode, where UConn looks to stay undefeated versus the Kansas Jayhawks.